Welcome to Beginner Pilates, perfect for those just starting out or who want to give extra care for the neck, back, and wrists. We'll start with our feet hip-width apart, finding your proper alignment, and when you're ready, go ahead and give me a full inhale, raise those arms up, and longer exhale down. Again, inhale up, and exhale down. One more time, full inhale. Exhale all the way down. This time as you reach up, go ahead and interlace those fingers, reach up and out of the hips and stretch over to your left side, abs pulling in to keep space between the vertebrae. Inhale up and exhale over to the other side. Inhale up again, this time round forward. Nice stretch through your upper back. Now lift your right shoulder up and your left back to the center. Inhale up, let go of those fingers, open the chest, open your arms. Nice deep breath here. And as you drop those arms, go ahead and draw the shoulders back a couple times, standing nice and tall. Okay, next we're going to check our breathing. Go ahead and place your hands on the ribs. As you inhale, you should feel the hands float apart, and as you exhale, you should feel the fingertips come closer together. Go ahead and do that a couple times. Inhale, the hands float apart. Exhale, the rib cage comes in nice and narrow. So it's all those muscles around the ribs, the serratus muscles, engaging, drawing the rib cage nice and narrow. Now hand right below your belly button. Inhale, feel the belly come out just a little bit, but most importantly, as you exhale, pull the belly in away from your hand. Do that a few times as well. So every time we exhale, the rib cage comes in narrow and the belly pulls in. And this is something that you can practice throughout the day, being aware of the chest rising each time you inhale. Arms up and circle to the front about 8 to 10 times. Your own pace, body is very still, engaging all the muscles through the core. And then reverse, warming up the shoulders, arms are nice and tight. Good, and stretching, left arm up to the ceiling, lengthening through the shoulders. Again, other side, lengthening in opposite directions. And arms straight across and down. Great. Placing your hands on your abdominals, you're going to pull them in and march. So every time you get ready to lift a knee, I want you to exhale and feel those abs draw in. So what you're doing is engaging those deep transverse abdominals, the deepest layer that wraps around you like a girdle. So about 8 to 10 marches here. And then we'll go ahead and lift off our heels and toes back and forth. Again, about 8 times back and forth. Strengthening along the shin and through the calves and ankles. Great. Go ahead and take a wide stance here. A couple more stretches. Go ahead and stretch up and over to your right side with your left arm. And over to the other side. Up and over, out of the hips. Hips are stable. Stretching now those inner thighs and hips. Go ahead and bend your left knee, long spine as you bend into that stretch. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Long back, weight through the heel. Back to the center, go ahead and turn towards your left side. Back heel is up and down a couple times. Warm up the ankle. Arms up, drop it down, tuck the tailbone under and hold the stretch. And next, go ahead and lift up all the way on the back leg, stretching through the front leg, hamstring, calf, turning back to the center, round the back all the way up. And let's just do those couple stretches on the other side. And again, to your right, back heel up and down. Couple times, hold it up, tuck the tailbone, sink into it. Nice stretch through those hip flexors. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and shift your weight all the way to your back leg. Front leg extends, stretching through the hamstring and calf. And when you're ready, go ahead and turn back to the center. Halfway down, abs pulling, round your back up, feel the stretch. Draw those shoulders back a couple times, always good to do that. And we'll go ahead and head to the floor. For our first exercise on the mat, we're going to take a seat with our knees together, hands behind the thighs, inhale sitting tall, and then as you exhale, push into the abs, rolling back, inhale, lifting up. So you're using your arms, your hands for support behind your thighs. As you exhale, your abs push in, pressing the air out of the lungs, engaging the abdominals. Inhale, sit up tall. So just about 8 of these. Inhale up. Exhale, rounding back, really tucking the tailbone under right before you roll back. Last time, and up. Good. Okay, go ahead and support yourself onto your back. Continuing to lay with our knees bent, we will start by extending the arms up over your head, shoulders pressing ribs in. This is called the roll-up prep. So it's basically just like a crunch. You're going to inhale, and then as you exhale, curling up, reaching towards the hips or past them. Inhale, rounding down, shoulders down, ribs tucked in. Exhale, press into those abs. Resist down, arms up over your head. So a little stretch for the shoulders, contracting those abdominals, rounding down. As you raise your arms up over your head, be very aware of pressing the shoulders down and keeping the rib cage pulled in. So you can test the ribs here by coughing, and that draws those ribs in nice and narrow. Exhale, crunch it up. Inhale, lay it back. Feel free to rest if you need to. Keep going if you can. Nice job. All right, from here, I'm going to show you another variation. We're going to grab behind your thigh, lift up all the way, and then round with support all the way down. So you start the exact same way, but lift a leg, grab behind the leg, curl it up, and resist down. Let's continue trying these. Inhale, nice and slow, grab a leg, exhale, round. So you're using the leg almost to help propel you up. Make sure that your spine is nice and round, abs are pressing in. So you're reliant on your abdominals for everything, but that leg and those hands are assisting you to come up, and then eventually you'll be able to do the roll up while keeping your feet down and without grabbing behind your thighs. Shoulders down, ribs down. Let's do a few more. Go at your own pace, remember. Think about each part of the movement, using as much control as possible. Good, last time. For our next exercise, we'll start this same exact way. We're going to keep the head and shoulders back though, and you can even check to make sure that your lower back has that natural curve. Abs are engaged, so we're going to go into alternating knee lifts. So we're going to continue to keep the legs bent at this perfect 90-degree angle. Your goal here is to engage the ab first to lift the leg. So imagine not using your hip flexors primarily, your abs first. If it helps you, place your hand on your stomach. You exhale, contract, those abs kind of pull in, the leg in a sense becomes weightless and lifts up. So really being mindful throughout all of these exercises. Neutral spine, abs engaged to lift the leg up. And last time here. All right, arms beside us again. Very subtle movement next for the pelvic tilt. So you're going to inhale. As you exhale, press those abs down, which pushes the lower back into the floor. Tailbone tucks under. Inhale back to neutral spine. Exhale, abs down, push the lower back down, tailbone tucks under. So really all you're doing is going from neutral spine to flat spine. Try not to engage the glutes here. We'll leave them alone. So just about 5 to 6 repetitions, depending on your pace. Exhale as you press, 0 glutes involved, and each time going back to your neutral spine. All right, last time here, and then go ahead and place your hand on your stomach. Feel them engage as you lift those legs up towards the ceiling for single leg drop. Exhale, inhale up. So as you can see, I'm keeping the knees bent. I inhale. As I exhale, I press the abs. The leg goes away from me. Alternating sides, you choose how low you go. Maybe it's just a few inches of a movement. That's great as long as your abs are controlling it. If you have the strength, challenge yourself, go a little bit further. Your goal again is to keep the head and shoulders back and then a neutral spine. So just a natural curve in the lower back. Great, last 2 here. Exhale down, inhale up, and then you can bring those knees in, rest the lower back and hip flexors. Arms at an angle, we'll go side to side with those knees. So we're going to inhale, exhale to the side, inhale across the center, exhale to the other side. Remember with your exhales, what happens to those abdominals? They press down, contracting, those deep transverse abdominals. So it's almost like your exhale is putting on the brakes for the legs. Exhale to the side, that pulls them back to the center, inhale. Exhale to the other side, pulls them back to the center, inhale the center. Exhale, inhale, nice and smooth. Exhale to the side, Inhale to the center, keeping those shoulders back, not allowing them to peel off the floor. Very good. Slight stretch for the back also. All right, go ahead and support your legs back onto the floor. And we'll go to single leg circles. Again, we'll go to a neutral spine, allow that knee to be bent, and using the abs, single leg circles. Choose either direction. We'll do 10 each way. So 0 movement in your back, but feel those abdominals contracting, working to control the leg, and then reverse. Try to let go of the hip flexor so there's freedom in that hip. Nice and strong. Really thinking about the abdominals controlling the leg here. Great. Hug those knees in. Relax the hip flexor. Lower back just kind of melts to the floor as well. Other side, before you lift the leg, engage the ab. Knee is bent to your choice, and then circle. 10. Nothing else moves. So what might want to happen here is as you circle that leg, your hips move, your body moves. Try to fight that and reverse, thinking of the leg moving completely separate from the rest of your body. So engaging all of those core stability muscles, leg moving freely. The more you do it, the easier it'll be. Go ahead and hug that knee in again. Relax the lower back and hips. And foot on the floor. Go ahead and drop your knees side to side. This is always a great stretch to do, easing any tension in the lower back, hip flexors, psoas muscle that also runs through the pelvis. Before we move on to that next exercise, check your back, keep the neutral spine, knees are glued, extend your right leg and bend. So here, abs are working, but focusing on the quad. So full extension so that you work the entire length of the quad muscle all the way around the knee. Great for that knee stability. Just a few more here, 10 reps total, and then we're gonna hold on 10. Good, hold it, point your toe, lengthen, even tighter, flex and down. Good. Other side, abs tight, knees glued, and extend the left leg. Bend and extend, bend and extend. 10 reps. Even here, use your breathing. Exhale as you contract or you extend. Neutral spine, shoulders and neck heavy, rested on the mat. And again, on 10, we will get ready to hold right here. Extend those toes, glue the inner thighs, flex and down. Awesome. Okay, to sit up, we're going to extend the arm up over our head, roll to your side, and then support yourself up to a seated position. We're going to extend the legs out about halfway, so knees are bent to enable you to sit up very tall. So bend your knees as much as you need to. Arms extended out, sit and twist. Exhale, follow that left arm, inhale center, follow the right arm, inhale center. So again, we exhale as we twist, sitting taller, inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist, inhale center. Feel the abdominals push the air out of the lungs as you rotate. Exhale, inhale center. Bending the knees as much as you need to. Adjust, keeping your back very straight all the way up through the neck. Holding here, energize through those fingertips. Nice strong back, abs pulling in, supporting, strengthening, and drop it down. Go ahead and bend those knees a little further, hug around your thighs, relax the back. And then we'll go ahead and switch positions again. This time we're gonna go onto our hands and knees and then go ahead and drop back into child's pose. Take a moment and relax, enjoy the stretch, lower back and hips. And then as you come forward, we're gonna go ahead and drop off the wrists onto the forearms. Long spine all the way through the neck, strong core even to support yourself here. We're gonna extend the left leg straight back, we lower down and squeeze up. 15 reps each side. So lots to think about here. Long neck, stable, press out of those shoulders, think of pushing the floor away. My abs contract every time I lift the leg up. So that stabilizes the lower back as well as the hips and makes the glute work more effectively. Hold it here and resist down. Good, go ahead and position yourself for the other side. Long leg, drop and lift, drop and lift. So just like most of the exercises, you want to think of working the lower body separate from your upper body. Upper body is stable, leg is moving by itself. So you really got to engage all of those core muscles. 15 reps, and then we'll hold. Hold it here, lengthen tight, and drop it down. Drop back into your child's pose at any time, always a good resting pose. Find that breathing pattern again. And then we'll go ahead and shift forward again, hands and knees, and then drop right down onto the forearms. Press the floor away out of the shoulders. This time leg bent at 90 degrees, drop and press right through the heel. 15 reps once again, working a different part of the glute, a little bit more through the hamstring. Think about whichever muscle group we're focusing on. So in this case, always the abs, but specifically the glute and a little bit of the hamstring. Squeeze a little tighter at the top. And then we're gonna hold at 15. Right here, hold it, squeeze a little tighter, and then drop it down. Other side, same thing, strong core, leg bent, foot flexed, and drop and push. Resist and squeeze. 15 reps, nothing moves except that leg. Abs are always working. So through every exercise, fully aware of the entire body, but focusing on the glutes here. Get ready to hold it at the end, extra squeeze at the top of the movement. Here we go, hold it, a little tighter, higher, and resist down. Good, go ahead and shift back, child's pose, rest. Coming forward once again, back onto the forearms, except this time up onto your left hand as well, and then leg out to the side. We're keeping this 90-degree angle, working another part of that glute. Also those obliques working, stabilizing, 15 reps. Long, stable spine, best you can. Lengthening through that whole shin, leading with the knee. Great. All right, drop to the left, right hand, and then sweep out. 15 this direction. 10 more here, lengthening through that knee, nice and long, strong core. Good, and a couple more. And we'll shift back into another stretch. This time, hips go to the left, walk your arms over to the right, nice long curve through the body. You should feel the stretch from the hip to the fingertips, and then over to the other side. Hips to the right, arms to the left, and back to the center. Great, go ahead and shift onto your stomach, stack your hands, rest your forehead. Let's focus on our breathing again, reposition our rib cage, abs pulling up. So just a few repetitions here. As you lay here, inhale, expand the belly, and then exhale, pull the belly away from the mat. It's okay if it's not actually coming off of the mat. You can place your hand on your waist or your belly to be aware of that engagement, or you can leave your hands under your forehead. Inhale, expanding the belly. Exhale, feel the abs pull in, feel the waist pull in each time. Inhale, expand. Exhale, pull in. So before any movement here we do with the arm or leg, I want the abdominals to experience that slight movement. From here, go ahead and lift your forehead, extend those arms, abs first, exhale, and then alternating arm lifts. Right arm, inhale down, exhale, abs, then left arm. So before every single movement, the abs pull in, you lift your arm. So we're looking to keep the shoulder girdle very straight across, very steady as those arms go through this movement. Feeling lots of resistance at the top of the movement. Even if your arm lifts only an inch or two off the ground, that's just right. Let this be very, very subtle. Shoulders down, abs in, exhale, lift up and rest. Good, go ahead and fold your hands in again. Rest your upper body completely. We're gonna do the same thing with the legs. Abs pull in, leg lifts up. Abs pull in, legs lift up. Exhale and lift, inhale down. Exhale and lift, inhale down. So upper body completely unchanged, unmoved, because you're pulling the abs in first. You can allow that glute to engage to help lift the leg as well. Great, couple more. Good. Resting completely once again. And then we'll take both arms straight out, lifting your head. Alternate right arm, left leg up and hold. About 2 slow deep breaths here. And then melt down. Exhale, left arm, right leg up and hold. Take your time, deep belly breathing, lengthening. And again, lower down. Inhale, exhale, lift, right arm, left leg. Shoulders straight across, hips straight across, subtle movement. Drop it down, and again, left arm, right leg, lengthening, not high at all, stretching, and drop it down. Fold your hands in, rest. All right, shake those legs out just a little bit, and when you are ready, go ahead and roll to your side and support yourself up to a seated position. Or you can come right onto the hands and knees. A little trick here for the wrist to take pressure off of the wrist. You're going to roll your mat up several times. Place the base of your palm on the mat and then your fingertips on the floor so that the wrists are more at an angle. And then contract those abs, round into your cat stretch. Inhale, slight arch, head up into cow. Exhale, round, stretch out that spine. Another one of those stretches that you should do every day. Exhale, round, inhale, lengthen, and last time, round, stretch it out, press into the abs, inhale, lengthen. All right, go ahead and unroll that mat again, and you can lay onto your side. Face me. You're gonna lay all the way out on your arm, or you can bend your arm and lay on your whole arm if that's more comfortable. Neutral spine, check that waist that it's lifted, and top leg lifting up and down. Side leg lift, lengthening through that top leg. Let's do 10 to 15. You choose your range, you choose your pace. Your goal is to keep your waist long, your back stable, and hips stable as you lift that leg. All right, last time here, and we're going to go to the inner thigh, so top knee in the front, lower leg underneath. Nice stable waist, and we lift and lower. Nice straight leg. You choose the range, just make sure that inner thigh is doing the work for you. We're going for about 15 repetitions here, just a couple more. And hold, and drop it down. Good. Back to the outer thigh, this time lower leg bent, top leg right in line with your shoulder, lengthen, and when you're ready, lift and lower. Hand on the hip or the waist, be aware of that waist, real strong and engaged, supporting the spine, so no movement through your back at all. It's all about that hip. Abs pulling in tight. Good. Resting forward back to the inner thigh. This time let's pulse. Set the spine up, leg up high, and little tiny movements here. Let's go to 20. Looking for that nice work through the inner thigh, lengthening through those toes. And just a couple more. Hold it. If you can, lift a little higher and drop it down. Good. All right, both knees come in. Resting here for a second. Let your waist rest into the mat even. And then when you're ready, go ahead and support yourself up. We will bring the legs over to the other side and do the same thing here. So laying all the way out on the arm is bent or straight. Most of all, hips and shoulders square, waist is lifted. So taking your time to get into position, legs angled forward, and top leg lifts, 15. Lengthening that leg as you lift. Hip and waist are strong and engaged and stable. Exhale up, inhale down, coordinating the breathing. Good. Top knee in front, lower leg moves back in line with your spine. Check the waist, and then lift the lower leg. Again, 10 to 15 reps. Do what's best for you. Challenge yourself, even with a small movement. Think about it. And then we'll hold it and drop it down. Back to the outer thigh, switch those knees, lower leg bent, top leg straight in line, and then 15 up and down. Keep lengthening through that leg, belly button pulling in towards the spine at all times. Let's do a few more, lengthening up and out of that hip, nice and strong. Great. Top knee down, lower leg back in line, ready for those pulses. 15 to 20, lower leg up and down. So you're lifting high at that highest tension point for you with that knee nice and straight. Nothing moving but the lower leg. Good, hold it a little bit higher if you can, and drop it down. Great. We'll pull both knees back in. Go ahead and take a moment, rest on your side, and then press yourself up. The good news is all we have is more stretching. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. As you are able, lengthen your back and then just let your spine naturally curl over the legs. Feel the stretch behind your legs, through the spine. Drop the chin if you want to. Now, if you find this is too much, you can also practice lengthening the back, sitting with those legs straight. You might feel plenty of stretch just like this. Experiment, see what works for you. And then you can begin to challenge yourself again as you lengthen forward. Feel the stretch. You should feel tension, but no pain. Abs are pulling in to help you sit up tall. And we'll bend the left leg, reach the arms up high and stretch forward again. Grab wherever you can reach and just hold and breathe. You should feel multiple muscles stretching here through the hip, inner thigh, hamstring, maybe the back as well. And you can go ahead and slowly support yourself up, and we will switch sides. Bend the right knee, sit up tall first, lengthen forward, grab onto the leg or foot if that works for you. And we'll hold just for about 10 seconds. Breathing, delivering oxygen through those muscles. And supporting yourself back up. This time, let's bring both feet together, knees out. Grab a hold of the ankles, sitting up as tall as you can, lengthening through your back and traps. Change the grip to your toes as you fold forward. And you can stay here, or another variation. This is a great stretch through your lower back and hip. Place one hand on your right knee and think of pushing away from that knee. So a slight rotation through the shoulders. And then switch hands, push on that left knee, rotate through the shoulders, long back. And we'll come back to the center, sitting tall for a spine twist, knees bent, sitting very tall as you rotate towards me first. Nice deep belly breathing. A couple times here. And then go ahead and unwind, sit even taller. Deep belly breathing. Very last stretch for us here. And go ahead and unwind. You are finished. Nice work. If you have any questions at all, please comment down below and have a great day.